园中有一群这样的人，他们总是赢得比别人更多注目的目光。他们是老师，但他们又不是普通的老师，他们是 foreign teacher 外教。今天我们很高兴邀请到了一位来自巴西的外教，他的名字叫简乃琪。让我们来聊一聊他在中国的生活。Hi, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet
You speak Chinese?
a little bit.
A little bit.
A little.
Yes. Have you been to Rouge before?
Yes, we have been
When?
always eating the Mother's Day.
Mother's Day.
Yes, because that day was also the Sichuan, the earthquake 1 year. Yes, Mother's Day.
Mother's Day.
Yes.
And this is my first.
Okay, then we go.
It's my honor.
Oh.
How long have you been in China?
Now I am in China for 3 months. But I have been here almost 30 years ago.
It's not long.
No, the time now is not long.
Why you decided to come here?
Because I was invited to come and I knew the students before. The students will graduate next month. And the teacher who invited me, she was my former student in Brazil. And anyway, I have my daughter in China, and a lot of reason to come.
You have daughter?
I have two daughters.
Well, they.
One is in Brazil. She is studying.
Yeah.
She is studying doctorship, Bosch. And I have another one is in Macau. And she's teaching and also finishing her Bosch.
Oh, it seems to you, in fact, a teacher is respectable in China.
I think so.
Yeah. So do you like China?
Of course, if I don't, I am not here.
Why? Can you talk
Well,
about
I
it?
like the Chinese culture.
Culture?
I like the Chinese way to do things.
Yeah.
And food, and a lot of things.
Food.
Yes.
Do you
and
like Chinese food?
Yes.
Such as?
I would like from jiaozi to.
Jiaozi.
Yes. I just don't like what I think is difficult. No, it's different. But anyway, I like Chinese food.
Now that you like it, have you been to other cities of China except Nanjing?
I went to Shanghai,
Shanghai,
Beijing,
Beijing.
and I went to a place I don't know the name. I don't know the name. And
Macau.
Macau.
Yeah.
And Macau I will go tomorrow again.
Oh. Is there anything that impressed you most?
Well, impressed me. I think, for example, for Shanghai, I think is more developed than before.
Yeah.
And I don't know if I will be here or not, but I think we'll be more than now. than now. And this is one thing. And the security, I think, is the same. I like very much the security people do have in China.
Do you like some food?
Food.
Yeah, such as Beijing duck.
Beijing, yeah. Very much.
Very much.
Very much, very much.
You know Beijing duck, but do you know the salted duck in Nanjing?
I know.
How long have you been in Nanjing?
In Nanjing, I am from February, March, April, May, almost 4 months.
4 months.
Almost.
It's no longer.
No.
Do you know the history of Nanjing?
A little bit. I know the Nanjing, or even when I studied my first classes of geography, I, I, I learned China, the capital of China was Nanjing.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And then I know after this,
It is a very famous city in China
I know.
because it's the capital of the ancient during 6th dynasty.
I know.
Yeah. So there are a lot of places of interest. Have you been there?
Well, I know have a lot of place, but
Yeah.
I went to, the things like tourist. I went to Fuzimiao, I went to Fuzimiao, I went to Nanjing Museum,
Museum?
the museum, and I went to some parks. I went to the, I don't know how you call the Japanese place.
Is the memory of Nanjing massacre.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
memorial,
Massacre.
yes.
How do you feel after you visited?
Well, it's very funny because I know the history, but when I went there, I went to another eyes
Yeah.
because, of course, I am solidary with the Chinese people, and but I look as the eyes of someone like a sculpture.
Yeah.
I think the face of the artist who did it was very, very good artist, because when you can see the pen, everything is very, I know I cannot say nice, but the artist is perfect.
Yeah. I think it's a sad place for every Chinese people.
I know it's sad, and we can see in the face
Yeah, face.
of the sculptures, we can see the sadness.
Yeah.
I think
I think so.
for this I say, maybe I cannot say it's beautiful, but the artist, the art
Yeah, I know.
is very well done.
Yeah. We know our school is so far away to the downtown.
Yes.
How do you spend your spare time?
Well, because it's very far and I am very lazy. I just go out from Nangwan when I have to go to Ocean.
Ocean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or I have to buy something in Nanjing, then I go. Another, I spend here in Nangwan and using the computer and this is.
Yes. And very strange, I want to ask you a question. In the Chinese tradition, parents should stay with their children. But where you and your daughter choose the different thinking?
Well, because we are Western.
Western.
We cannot compare two different cultures.
Yeah.
And my daughter, my eldest daughter, she is already married. She has her husband and her family, and they decide to live in China.
Yeah.
And I have the small one. She has to be there for at least until January next year for her finish her studies, and maybe after she will come to China. But it's different way of life we have, and then We cannot, and even for Chinese, if you marry someone from Beijing,
Yeah.
maybe you live apart from your mother.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I think this is difference between two countries.
Uh-huh.
The culture is not same.
Yes, just the culture is there.
Do you feel lonely here?
Sometimes I feel, sometimes I feel really feel lonely, and that is okay. I can live with myself too.
In fact, you can make more friends.
Yes,
Chinese
but
people is very
my
friendly.
yes, but my age, who will like to?
We
Yes, thank
us,
you.
Chinese people is shy, but they are very friendly.
I know,
So
and appreciate this in the Chinese people.
during this short time, I think you are kind and passionate. I think in my impression, the brother is sing, just like passionate. Can you introduce something about your hometown?
Well, my hometown is a small city in the south of Brazil,
Yeah,
in the South America.
yeah.
It's in the south of South America. It's very close to Uruguay, Uruguay,
Uruguay.
uh-huh.
Yeah.
And uh, we have almost 14, 14
14.
million people in my state.
Yes.
And the state is colonized. We are a lot of foreigners. I by myself, my family is a German family. My father was a Russian. And we have Italians, we have Portuguese, we have Chinese, I already say, we have Spanish, a lot of different people we live in the south of Brazil. And it's a very nice place. And number one, always for sending one class of 18 students to Brazil, to my city, to the university I used to work for. And I think the students can tell you more than I, because maybe it's Lao Wan Mai Gua. Lao Wan Mai Gua Si Chi Si Gua. 不知道.
Lao Wang Mai Gua, Zi Mei Zi
Yes,
Gua.
yes,
Yes.
yes.
Yes. I know samba.
Samba, yes.
And football is
Football,
very famous.
yes.
No, you like your country so much. What's your plan in future? Go back or stay in China still or go another country?
No, I don't. If I go to another country, if I am in China, if I go to another country, maybe just for visit and look around. But when I will take a rest, or I take rest in China, or take rest in Brazil, because my eldest daughter, she wants to live
China.
in China.
Really?
Yes, and she all her life because she was when I first came to China, she was young. She was 6 years old, and I think she planned her life, and she have a Chinese thought, and. I don't know, maybe I stay here, maybe I stay in Brazil.
Okay. We are very welcome you.
Thank you very much.
Do you know the coming festival?
Yes, yes.
The name is
Dragon Boat, but I forgot the name.
Dragon Boat
Festival.
Festival.
Yes,
Yes.
yes, Dragon Boat Festival. And this day I will spend in Macau.
Macau
Uh-huh. And
with your daughter.
yes, it's my daughter and my grandchild.
Yeah. Do you know the source?
Source.
It's originated from the story of Qu Yuan,
Uh-huh.
a patriotic poet. We eat 粽子,
粽子.
to remember him today.
Uh-huh.
Now we prepare a gift for you. This is my gift for you.
Oh, thank you very much.
I
You,
think you will like it.
thank you very much. You're very kind. Thank you very much. May I open?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Oh, Jones.
粽子.
Jones.
Jones.
How you eat? How you make this?
I'm very honored to invite you here.
Yeah.
虽然与简乃琪老师的交谈只有10多分钟，但他愉悦健谈的性格感染了我们每一个人。采访结束了，但我想我们的友谊一定会长久的延续下去，也希望他能享受今后在中国的每一天。